What's going on, Stim Junkies? High Stim Ace here. I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. Hope you guys crushed those workouts. I know you did. Each and every one of you guys watching the High Stim Ace YouTube channel, you're all champions. You're all high stim pre-workout enthusiasts just like me. So I have something really special that I'm going to be reviewing here today, and I got to give Dark Labs a shout out because they sent this one out to me a long time ago. I've been sitting on this one probably close to, 2 months at this point. It's been a while. But because of the active rotation I have going on right now, I have a lot of different companies sending me various products from pre-workouts, high stim daily drivers, fat burners, and a whole host of things in between. I do appreciate it. Shouts out to all the companies sending stuff to High Stim Ace to review and showing love to the channel. I love and appreciate each and every one of you guys. But I digress. Dark Labs is one of the OGs that really was supporting the channel from the get-go, and they did send out this pre-workout to me for review. It's technically a fat burner kind of pre-workout, but you guys can refer to it as you want. What we have here is the version 2 reformulated Herolean fat burner pre-workout. And if you guys ever had the original V1, the one that had the DMAA 1,3-dimethylamine in it, you know that was one of the most intense Dark Labs products ever. I forgot how much yohimbine and alpha-yo was in it, but this thing was nuts on a whole other level. I took it at a full scoop the very first time before I even dabbled into the crazy alpha-yo hitters, and I wasn't really used to alpha-yo back then. And when I tell you guys that pre-workout had me humbled in the gym, staring in the bathroom window, washing my face repeatedly, and questioning my existence, I'm not kidding, guys. It was one heck of an experience. Later on, I did learn to put respect on the OG Herolean and took it at slightly smaller doses. I made sure to eat something beforehand, and I really gradually built my way up to taking that product at a level where I can utilize the benefits without suffering any of the negative consequences. But Dark Labs knew about this. They knew that the OG version was really intense. They also started moving away from the 1,3-dimethylamine at that point, the geranium extract, whatever you guys want to call it. They started backing away from that. Certain people in certain places in government give our beloved companies a really difficult time, as if there is nothing else in the world to worry about, as if the 12-year-olds hitting the vapes in the corner of the streets, that's fine, but God forbid we utilize certain stimulants to enhance our workouts. That's a whole other rant. But yeah, guys, anyway, this is the DMHA reformulated Herolean right here. It comes in a very nice compact tub, about the same size as the Flame tub. I really like it. It's small, it's compact, doesn't take up a lot of space, and it's really nice. It's got the same aesthetic as the whole rebranded Dark Labs lineup has right now, as you can see. Got a couple of the skulls over here, a little bit of the graffiti street art style, if you want to call it that. But I really like it. And yeah, it says thermal powder on here. This is the green apple flavor, 25 servings per container, Herolean, hardcore stimulant, and fat burner. So yes, this is a fat burner, but it's really more of a pre-workout if I'm being honest. This definitely isn't like a fat burner cap where you want to pop one in the morning with a cup of coffee and just cruise throughout the day, because this is going to have you on a whole other level, guys. This isn't a cruising type of product, okay? So we're going to break down the label, and I'm going to tell you my experience running this about 4 or 5 times at this point. I've ran it numerous times. The last time I ran it was last week, but I didn't get around to recording this review till now. So guys, without further ado, Herolean from Dark Labs. Let's talk about it. Okay guys, so as I said earlier, this is the green apple flavor, and it's a pretty good flavor, not gonna lie, for something that has a lot of thermogenics in there, and I'm gonna get to the ingredients in a moment, but this here actually tastes really solid. The only thing I'll say is on the way back up, you're going to be feeling a little bit of that peppery synephrine burn. There's definitely a kick going back up. Goes down smooth, but the way up is a whole other issue. But you guys know, we take the drink and we go do what we got to do in the gym. Flavor doesn't matter. This flavor is pretty decent. It's not bad, but there is a little bit of a kick afterwards, so be warned. Now, we're going to begin dissecting this label, and it is a little bit hard for me to read. It's really tiny, so I'm going to do my best, going to bring it close to my face and see what we got going on here. So, as I said earlier, 25 servings per container, which in this day and age is great. 1 scoop yields 6.7 grams, and the scooper, pretty accurate. So, you don't have to worry about it, but always weigh out your stimulants, your pre-workouts, whatever you guys take, weigh it out. Can't go wrong with weighing it out. Okay. So we start off with L-carnitine L-tartrate, 2,500 milligrams, an amazing ingredient that is utilized in many fat burners. So people say anywhere from 1,000 to 2,000 milligrams a day will help burn off some additional fat cells. There's some research with brown fat cells. Guys, I'm not a chemistry major, okay? I'm not a science geek. I don't understand the nitty-gritty of all these little things, but I do know that it works well. I've been taking L-carnitine on its own at about 1,500 milligrams every morning, and I'm happy to say it does feel like it's helping. I have slimmed down over the last couple of weeks, so it's something I've been doing regularly, and this right here, we're off to a good start, guys. Great ingredient, great dose. Let's move on. Raspberry ketones come in next at 500 milligrams, so I'm not really sure if that actually does anything. There's mixed research about it, but supposedly raspberry ketones do help with fat burning. I don't know. It could be a BS ingredient, it could be legit, who knows, but it's in here. Caffeine anhydrous 300 milligrams, really nice dose, not too much, not too over the top. I like it. Ariogenesis, which is also known as N-phentyl-dimethylamine citrate for all you science geeks, 300 milligrams, so we got that at a 1-to-1 ratio with the caffeine anhydrous. And next up, guys, the star of the show, the 2-amino isoheptane, also known as DMHA. 225 milligrams, so definitely nice dose. It's going to help with that mood elevation, with that illicit buzz, and have you going harder than you ever have before in the gym, in theory. We got caffeine citrate next at 100 milligrams, the fast-acting form of caffeine that's going to give you that initial punch. And let me tell you, that definitely translates into the experience, which we will be going over in just one moment, guys. Dicaffeine malate, another 100 milligrams, so that brings up the total to 500 milligrams from all three sources of caffeine. Not too terrible. For a Stim Junkie pre/fat burner, not the worst. Fucoxanthin 10%, 50 milligrams, isopropylsynephrine HCl 25 milligrams, so that's definitely going to provide the thermogenics in your body, the thermogenesis, if you will, and going to help you sweat, going to help you burn those calories, give you a little bit of that speedy effect. I love me some synephrine, and this one right here is really good. We got Pro-GBB next. Talk about sweating, guys. Pro-GBB 25 milligrams, big old dose. Definitely going to give you an inner sauna within your body, turn your body into a furnace. Really turn it from a regular average body into a fat-burning machine. Bioperine for absorption, 25 milligrams. And lastly, Alpha-Yo at 1 milligram. So overall, really, really simple label, not too over the top, not too crazy, not too front-loaded with a whole bunch of crap. But you got the DMHA for the mood elevation and the illicit buzz. You got the L-carnitine that's really going to help with fat burning. The raspberry ketones, which, let's be honest, I don't know if that does anything. But we do have the Pro-GBB for the sweats. The isopropylsynephrine, 25 milligrams each. And then the last 1 milligram of Alpha-Yo just to tie the package together, give you more of a sense of urgency, and really have you going in the gym. So does this actually translate to the gym experience? And most importantly, is it worth your hard-earned dollars? Before I get into breaking down Herolean V2, don't forget to like this video, share the video with a fellow Stim Junkie or a fitness enthusiast, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Okay guys, Herolean V2, what do I think of this little tub? Let me tell you something right now, guys. This little tub packs quite a punch, and they do say that big things come in small packages. This here is no exception. The first thing you're going to notice when taking this pre-workout, like I said, it does have a little bit of synthetic flavor, reminiscent of Dark Labs from about a year or two ago. These last couple of months, their pre-workouts have been tasting a little better, so I do think they're improving their flavors gradually. The Maniaco pre-workout tastes absolutely delicious. You guys can go watch that review. That was the review I did just before this one, so definitely go watch the Maniaco review. I'm going to link it in the video description down below. But this right here is definitely a little bit more reminiscent of their old flavoring. If you've ever had Flame V2 or heck, even Flame V3, it tastes pretty decent though. The green apple flavor is not bad. It's decent, but you're gonna feel that burn on the way back up, like almost like you're getting a little bit of heartburn. So maybe keep a couple of Tums on hand in case you're sensitive to that kind of feeling. But needless to say, within 7-8 minutes, you're gonna feel energy and a focus. It's funny because there are no actual focus ingredients in here. There's no L-tyrosine or anything like that, but you're going to feel, me personally, I took this about 4 or 5 times. I feel a lock on focus and aggression. I just want to get myself to the gym and start pumping those weights. Not a lot of euphoria, not a lot of mood elevation, just straight up energy and aggression. Within 15 minutes or so, you're going to feel so wired. The eyes are going to widen, the pupils are going to dilate, and you're definitely going to feel like you're on something. But it's smoother than V1. V1 was crazy, man. I actually got a lot of euphoria on V1, surprisingly. I know it wasn't meant to provide euphoria, but me personally, I did get euphoria on it for those first 30, 40 minutes, but it wasn't until the 45-minute mark where I would start getting the cold sweats, the nonstop drippy nose, the shakes, the anxiety, the elevated heart rate. So there was a lot of negatives that came with version 1, even for me, who I'm a stim junkie, guys, in case you didn't know. I'm a High Stim Ace. But V1 was really, really intense, and I had to lower the dose and bring it up gradually until I was able to handle it at that full dose. And even then, I would pair a pump formula with it just to smoothen out the experience. The beautiful thing about this one is that you're going to get most of the benefits from V1 with very, very few of the negatives. So the first 15, 20, 25 minutes, you're going to have a little bit of the anxiety, a little bit of the elevated heart rate, because you're going to start feeling tingly. You're going to start feeling the shakes and the sweats. The alpha-yo comes in really strong, despite there only being 1 milligram in here. This 1 milligram hits harder than other pre-workouts that have 2.5 milligrams of alpha-yo. It's really, really well sourced, but not in a negative way. It's not going to hit you in a way that's detracting you from the workout. Quite the contrary. That alpha-yo is going to give you the boost you need to keep pushing and pushing and pushing. And yeah, there might be a little bit of shortness of breath. There might be a little bit of elevated heart rate, but it never gets to the point of survival mode like some other pre-workouts. It gets you right on the cusp of going to survival mode, but it never crosses that threshold. So for me, that is perfect. You get a very, very crazy focus, alertness. Your eyes are going to widen. People in the gym are going to look at you and wonder if you're hopped up on something. And that's when you're going to point to the Dark Labs shirt and say, yeah, guys, Dark Labs, that is what I'm on right now. The good stuff. But all kidding aside, guys, within the first 15, 20 minutes, you're going to be locked in. Great focus, amazing energy, definitely a sense of illicitness. This DMHA here doesn't translate into euphoria, not in my case, even though there's a Raya in here, and theoretically there is supposed to be a euphoric mood elevation. I would call this more of an aggressive mood elevation. The mood's definitely going to be elevated. You're going to feel good. You're going to feel confident. But to me, this isn't a pre-workout like Maniaco where I can take it and then I could chat with my buddies and have a good time and feel euphoric and just feel really confident and happy and then go back to pumping and doing what I'm doing in the gym. This one right here is going to have you on a mission, and you're not going to want to talk to people. You're going to want to go full introvert, just you and the music. In every single case, I went with pretty aggressive music, whether it was metal or some aggressive techno, and I just wanted to push and push and push. And boy, when I tell you, you sweat on this thing, man, that's not a joke. Between the alpha-yo and the thermogenics that are in here, you're going to be sweating, drenched, and thirsty. So make sure to drink plenty of water on this one. DMHA as well tends to dehydrate you a little bit, so definitely get yourself a big jug. I always have my gallon jug with me. Stay hydrated. And there's nothing wrong with taking a couple of seconds in between sets, catching your breath, because your heart rate's going to go up a little bit. Again, not to the point where you feel like it's going to leap out of your throat or get nauseated, nothing like that. There was no supremely horrible side effects, but it's definitely on the edge, and you have to make sure that you don't take yourself to the next level. So if you're just going to be going crazy nonstop with no breaks in between sets, then maybe it will get you to the point of anxiety, and you don't want that. Take a rest in between sets. There's nothing wrong with it. Take time to catch your breath, compose yourself, and then hit the next set afterwards. And when you're done with your workout, whatever it may be, you can go hop on some cardio, and you're going to be sweating twice as much because the thermogenics in here are going to last a long time. I personally love taking this on days where I know I'm going to hit up the sauna after my workout, because I'm going to be sweating twice as much and really cleansing my body, detoxing, getting all that crap out of there. So after a weekend where I do tend to eat a little bit more on the weekend, this is a great option to start off Sunday or Monday. Go to the gym, get in a good iron pumping session, get a little cardio in, hit up the sauna if you do have a sauna or a steam room in your gym. I'm lucky that I have one in my gym. And man, you can just flush out all those liquids, all the toxins in your body, and start off Monday on a nice fresh slate. Overall, I think V2 of Herolean is a vast improvement to V1. V1 was insane, guys. I'm not kidding you. When I took it, I was humbled and I was put in my place. And I knew to put respect on the name Herolean. But V2, this version right here that comes in this little tub here, it's good. It's definitely going to slap you. But like I said, if you pace yourself, drink plenty of water, and don't overdo it with the workout, then you're going to be just fine. You could also pair a pump formula on this because there's essentially no pumps in here, no citrulline, nothing like that. So you can pair a pump formula. Dark Labs does have the Pimp, which is a great pump product, or you can pair whatever the heck you want. Pump caps, I mean, you got a whole bunch of stuff. It's always fun to experiment, and I am going to have a new episode of High Stim Ace's Favorite Stacks Volume 2 that's going to be dropping maybe next weekend. So I'm going to be giving you more combinations of things you can pair together. It's always fun to play Mad Chemist and get in some products that do synergize well together and create the ultimate workout experience. To pick up Herolean V2, head over to darklabs.pro using discount code ACE to save some money and help support the channel. Additionally, you can head over to NutriCartel.com using discount code ACE15, and that will save you 15% off your entire order and help support this channel. Thank you guys so much for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed it, and this is definitely a good product if you guys are trying to cut a little bit for the summer. I mean, we're essentially in the summer already, but if you guys want to get in a good, aggressive, focused kind of workout and sweat a little bit more in the process, maybe hit a little cardio or sauna afterwards, man, you can't go wrong with Herolean. Get you a tub of this. You're going to like it. I will see you all next time for the next High Stim pre-workout review. Take care, everybody. High Stim Ace signing off.